Okay, in this video I'm going to teach you how to install Onyx locally. So the first thing you'll want to do is visit the GitHub page, which you can see here. If you go down partway on the README, there is a command that you can copy. And so you'll just need to pull up your terminal and run the command at a location that you want. It'll pull a script and it'll create a directory where it will save some of the files. So Onyx is a container-based software, so associated with Docker containers, you also have volumes. And so some of the files will be persisted here. Also the compose files and some additional things that are necessary. So if we just run this, you'll get a guided walkthrough of the setup. So the first step is just telling you what's going to happen. You just need to acknowledge it essentially. And we come to our first decision. So there's two modes for Onyx. There's a light mode, which is, as the name implies, it's lightweight. It's essentially a chat UI for LLMs. The standard mode comes with a vector database, has advanced RAG capabilities. You can index files from different connectors, connectors to like applications, for example, like Google Drive, SharePoint, Slack, etc. In this case, I'm going to go with option 2, but depending on your use case, both are very valid. So, okay, it now is asking us for which version we want to run. Edge is essentially the latest main. There's other options like specific tags, but let's just use the latest and greatest. So let's just go with the default here. So it'll go ahead and pull some images. In this case, I already had them pulled, but depending on your network speed, could take a minute to a couple minutes. The installation script is also really guided, so it is also going to check like health endpoints and things like that. So you don't really need to worry about anything. You just watch it, and if anything comes up as an error, you'll also be notified. But yeah. So right now the containers have come up, but we're waiting for some initialization to happen. There's database migrations to create all the necessary tables and things like that. And yeah, so this can sometimes, depending on the speed of your system, can take up to a minute. But yeah, looks like everything is up. So it ends with this prompt to see if you want to support the project. But yeah, that's basically it. So at this point, you can visit Onyx at your localhost and should look something like this. And yeah, you can create your first account. You'll notice that because this is a new deployment, it prompts you to create an account as the first thing. So let's just do great. So now I'm in the app. You can see, we have the sidebar with the admin panel, which we'll visit shortly. But yeah, it has a guided setup. So let's just walk through that as well. So, okay, as for my name, so I'm going to provide that. And then next, you'll want to add an LLM provider. Onyx is an agent LLM-based system, so you'll definitely need at least one of these, but you can choose any that you want. So, yeah, let me just grab a key really quick here. Okay, awesome. When I try to connect, it will essentially validate the key. It essentially just sends a quick message and verifies that the response is valid. And then awesome, yeah, there's now some additional options that you can set up. So, for example, maybe web search is interesting, so let's just click on that. It brings us now over to the admin panel, which I mentioned briefly earlier. But yeah, let's set up some web search APIs here. So you can grab a key. Awesome, super fast there. And then let's also grab a Firecrawl key. Perfect. So at this point, we've set up the LLM. We've set up some of the optional things. There's like image generation also. If you're using OpenAI for an LLM, you can also just reuse some of the keys. The system makes it pretty easy. Well, this one takes a little bit of time because it's actually trying to generate an image just to validate, but let's just skip all of that. Let's go ahead and test the system, see if it works. Let's ask a query like, oh, interesting. So I see the web search is not. Okay, I think it just needs to refresh. No worries there. So, okay, let's ask a question. The system will decide to run a search because obviously this is related to current information. It's doing some reasoning. It's searching and reading some of the websites, and great, we get an answer. So yeah, there's other things that you can set up as well. You can set up voice mode. You can customize the experience. But as far as the initial setup to kind of get to the most basic functionality, yeah, that's basically all you need.